Welcome back. We're still waiting. I'm here, not with Thomas. Thomas is unavailable. He's having a conjugal with Joe Biden. Instead, Calvin Crockett, our favorite guest, is now here to guest host for the first time. Calvin, how you doing?
Hey, I'm well.
It's been a bit.
How are you?
I think this might be the longest gap you've gone without being a guest because we kept bringing you back so much. But
It feels like I was just here yesterday.
I know. Well, that's time for you. Are you excited to be a guest host? You've been elevated today.
Yeah, definitely excited for the promotion.
Good. It doesn't come with a pay raise. You're still at your guest rate, which is 0.
I still only hope that I can measure up to the great Thomas Millett.
Amen. Thomas, we miss you, and we'll see you when you get back. In the meantime, Calvin, we have someone to interview. I have a guest for you today.
Really?
Yeah. Really.
Really?
Really. I don't know if you guys are super close. I don't know if you guys know each other too well. But it's not a surprise guest for you. She's already here. But for our viewers, let's bring them through the big doors right now.
Yeah, let's open up those big doors anyway.
And it's Blake Trauschke. Blake. There you go. Nice. That's good. That's exactly how it'll look. Yeah. Hello. Wow, Blake Trauschke. Look, this is a momentous occasion. I'm thrilled to have you. And
thank you.
It has taken us 17 episodes to get you on the pod. And
I didn't know you're on. Is this episode 17 or are we on 18?
This is episode 17.
17. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So I do apologize for that. The error is all mine. But you're here now. Do you want to tell us where you're calling us from in relation to where Calvin's calling us from?
It's probably 100 feet due south.
Are you telling me the call is coming from inside the house?
Oh my God! It's Inside the House Productions.
The call is coming from inside the house.
Yeah. This is incredible. I love your gator lamp. We were talking about that before. How are you doing? How are you feeling this Monday, December 11th?
You know, since we've gotten past the threshold of the December 10th, of the 10th date, we're going all right. It's finals season. I got 2 assignments left.
Okay.
And then I work full time for those, for the followers,
Kate.
For Kate. Kate, I don't know if you know, but I work full time. So I got about 2 weeks of work left before break. So.
Before you're truly done for the year. That's lovely.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, we just had the lovely Lindsay Gassman on, and she was very in the finals vibe too, and actually recorded from her office. So it's clearly a very stressful time around Gainesville. So we thank you for making the time.
Do you want me to go to Tiger right now?
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Just give us a little peek inside. See if Ben's around.
Actually, recently I saw him with a full beard.
Wow. That's kind of like me, right, Calvin?
You're a little fuzzy on my screen, but that's not meant to be a pun. That's just a joke about my internet quality at the current moment.
Well, that's there's not much here, is the joke.
That's what happens when you have both of us on the call.
Yeah. It's an overload for the house, for the south wing and the north wing. Yeah. No, if Thomas was here, he would say, "Kirby, you got to mow that lawn," and I would say, "Don't tell me what to do." Look, Blake, I have you here on a particular day, and it's a great day. Today is the day that we're airing. I already said what day we're shooting. The day that we're airing is Tuesday, December 19th. Tomorrow, a momentous occasion happens. It's the end of Survivor 45. Now, you and I and Calvin, we watch it every week. How are you feeling about the seat? Who do we think's going to take it all?
So who do we have left?
Well, as of our taping, we got to look it up.
You have Austin, Dee, Drew, Jake, Julie, and Katura.
Gotcha.
Finale this week?
Finale is the week after this airs. Or the week of this airing.
Okay.
So you people know the final 5. We don't. Who was your winner pick, Blake, this year? When we see at the start of the season, the group we watch with all picks who we think's going to win the season.
Well, it goes back further than that. Blake and her old roommates used to go through and watch old seasons of Survivor.
Oh, that's right.
Scoreboard and everything.
That's right. It had a little chalkboard in the living room. So who'd you pick this season, Blake?
I picked Sabaya, who was out episode 3.
That's right. The infamous. She had an idol wrapped in wax, melted it at Tribal Council right in front of Jeff, and then didn't play it.
Didn't do it.
And got voted out, which is classic comedy.
Yeah, that's good.
And then I was really rooting for Caleb, who was also on Lulu.
Right.
And then Caleb went out in a glorious, the week prior to when he went out, he played his Shot in the Dark, and it worked for him for the second time ever.
Yep.
And, so prior to that, someone played it when she didn't need to. No one voted for her. No one even knew who she was when she played it.
I remember who it was.
Don't even remember her name. She got it. No one was voting for her. And then Caleb played it, and every single vote was for him. Because you lose your vote when you play your Shot in the Dark. So he had nothing else to go on.
It's an instant classic moment, but I think that the tribe definitely said, like, okay, that's his winner moment. He can't stick around. We can't forget about this, you know. But that was a good one to root for. I've still got Austin. I picked Austin, the classic athletic challenge dominant archetype, the kind of person that goes to the finale and no one votes for.
Or the kind of person that doesn't make it very far past the merge sometimes.
Well, that's true. And he'll probably head to the final 5. Who knows? Calvin, who'd you pick?
I picked Brando. Made it a little bit further than Blake's pick, but not by much.
Yeah, I don't think...
Episode 5.
5.
So now that we have our final 5 at this point, 6 from our perspective, what are we thinking? Who's going to take it all the way? I don't want to take a guess, because here's what happened to me earlier this week. I was scrolling on Twitter, and I'm sorry to ask a question and then tell a story. I'll ask it again in a second. I was scrolling on Twitter, and I see an image of a picture. You guys know what an image is? No, it's a picture of a group of Survivor players that was taken pretty recently, I believe. Sandra Diaz Twine is in the picture, a 2-time Survivor winner. Spoiler alert. Jam Jam, who was last season's winner, was in the picture. And also Blake's pick, big winner.
Made that pick last season.
Yep. And a cast member from Survivor 45. So the word on the street is the season has been spoiled because there was a winner's hang. So I'm not going to guess, because I tend to agree that is what happened. So Blake, who do you think? Seeing what has happened the last couple of weeks, what are we thinking?
Well, I have the list up on my other monitor here.
Yeah.
We got to think, who would want to hang out? Or who, Jam Jam and Sandra are hanging out. Who would they want to hang out with?
Oh, okay, interesting. So now we're taking a step back from the show itself.
Well, okay. Let's go back to the show itself.
Okay.
I mean, I like the way she's thinking, though.
Yeah, me too.
Because I was thinking about the show, and then she says, who would be seen at a restaurant with those two? I'm like, oh, you're right. Yeah, that changes my answer.
Well, I think anyone would be seen at a restaurant with those two, but who would those two want to be seen with?
I don't know if I could picture Austin with those two.
You don't think?
Austin's a maybe. Dee's a yes.
All right.
Drew wishes. Jake's yeah, I don't know about Jake. Julie's short. I think Julie's in their age group. I think Julie would hang with them, and Katur's also a sure.
Yeah.
So it makes me think not Drew, probably not Austin, probably not Jake. So D, Julie, or Katura, I think, is a good guess from what you were saying.
Yeah.
If I'm going based off of what I've been watching, I think it's gotta be D at this point, right? Or is that the obvious edit? She's been controlling the vote in a great way. I think she's playing beautifully. But whenever she finds someone who she wants out, you're gone.
Yeah.
And I think she did have a little bit of a fumble last week with telling Julie that Austin was her number one instead of having them as, oh, he's my 2 or 3 kind of thing. But
Mm-hmm. I think because I did hear another perspective about Erica, the winner of Survivor 41, and I think D is in like the Erica position because upon review of Survivor 41, Erica was driving not only who was getting voted out, but how they were getting voted out. And she did
that
it.
was wrong of the editors for not showing us that.
I know, and because she did it so under the radar that even production was like, well, let's show Shan instead, and then Shan gets voted out. Hey, he's here! Oh my God, Tofu! Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage our executive producer, Tofu Crockett Furman, who just last week celebrated his third birthday? Is he
Third
3
birthday.
now?
He
3?
will be 3 at the time of airing.
I thought his birthday was this week.
Well, this week from our perspective, but now I'm talking to Kate, who's watching this on December 19th. So we got to take a moment to say happy birthday to our executive producer, Tofu Crockett. Happy birthday.
Where is he? Where'd he go?
No, he's gone. I don't know.
Sadly, he's no longer with us.
Should I go get him?
No, it's okay. He had his time. So, Blake, you're looking at D to win this. Your expert opinion.
I'm looking at D to win this. I think the edits of the past 2 women of color who have won this, I think I've done them both very dirty, and I think that's inappropriate. When was the last time we had a woman of color win the game? Vesepia?
Might have been Vesepia.
Or no, Sandra. Sorry, I'm being stupid.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Season 20 was, oh my gosh.
Heroes versus Villains. Yeah. But Calvin just watched Heroes versus Villains, and I watched it pretty recently, and Calvin, correct me if I'm wrong, but even she wasn't as visible as you would think, being like a returning winner.
Well, yeah, but to be fair, the game that she played that season wasn't making gigantic waves anyway. Like I agree. Like, yeah, the edit didn't show. I think the edit showed everything she did just because she was under the radar for a good chunk of it, just to remain in the game as long as possible.
Yeah.
And then really took the reins right at the end. And I don't know the exact numbers, but I know that just women in general have had a lot of trouble winning the game with the current format of Final Tribal.
The current format of Final Tribal, I think, squashes? What's the word I'm looking for?
Inhibits.
Yeah.
Inhibits women from winning because it's just a Socratic seminar where people can just talk and yell over each other. And I also very much miss, like, what is that one person's single question going to be at Final Tribal? Like, what are, there's the classic, like, you won $1 million, what are you going to do with it? Or the other classic of, what makes you the winner of the game? What makes you better than the 1 or 2 people sitting beside you? Or, there's someone who stands up there, like Sue, season 1, and says the whole rat and the snake line, which is she just, like, spouted that.
Right.
Out of nowhere. Like, well-spoken. Very
poetic, yeah.
Poetic.
Yeah.
A very well-spoken thing that she said in that moment. Or just different things like that of, why'd you screw me over? I think that, like, I love a good one like that. Or, like, how did we end up here when I was your number 1 and then you got rid of me? Like, just those kinds of things. Or it's just very interesting hearing those answers. And we've gotten rid of that. And I think that was, like, a really great part of it versus just everyone just talking and saying whatever they want to. No, I don't want to hear that.
It's like already having a reunion show, which, by the way, Blake and I disagree about this, but I think the reunion's got to go live again. Because there's a certain perspective you get asking people now that, like, the fans have seen the show. Because you have
now
one
that you
perspective,
have public opinion to answer to as well.
Yeah, you have one perspective playing it, which was the inward. I was there the whole time. You have another a whole different perspective after seeing how it turned out, and I think that's kind of missing.
Yeah. I did see a Survivor contestant travel to the reunion once. We were at the same airport.
Oh, wait, who?
It was David versus Goliath.
Good season.
Who was that?
It was Ned Schneebly.
It was Ned Cheapley walking around,
Yeah.
taking a commercial airline as he's writing White Lotus.
Allison?
Allison.
She's from, I think, Durham. And I was just like at
And
the
she was
Raleigh
heading
airport.
out to
Vegas. Is that where they film it? Vegas or Los Angeles? Los Angeles. Definitely
L.A. I think it would have been L.A. Yeah. Wow. So you got connections to the
I know.
cast.
I think they might have had her on at my dad's station. Oh, she lives in Chapel Hill. Because my dad works for CBS. And for the CBS station. So maybe he had her on. I don't remember what it was, but I immediately recognized her. My parents were like, go talk to her. And I was like, she's a celebrity. I can't talk to her.
She's
I
on
would now, but like...
Yeah. She's on the greatest modern season of Survivor there is.
Yeah, she got voted out. She was 1, 2, 3, 4... Final 5.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I don't know if CBS will bring it back. I mean, it'll be way less money to just film it right after, the final tribal, just sitting, because everyone's already sitting there. Like, you already have the crew on standby, everyone's there. And then you also don't have to have all of the cast and crew holding the secret of the win. Actually, no, because at that point, no one would know who the winner was. And you're building that whole set for one night.
Right.
You don't think they keep that set somewhere?
No.
They probably burned it right before COVID.
That's true.
Jeff has to jet ski across
Oh, I missed
the
that.
Pacific Ocean.
I like the helicopter, too.
As is tradition. and that takes a lot out of you, jet skiing across, like halfway across the world to come back. So, all right, fine. I can do without the live reunion, but
No, I like you have a good point. Like, having them have to answer to public opinion and answer questions that the fans have come up with that the crew didn't even think about during taping.
Right.
I think that's an interesting aspect. But for the other reasons, I don't think we're going to see it come back.
Gotcha. Well, Blake, you've submitted an official guess, and I think we should put a stamp on it. We can take it as the official Waiting for Sherry O'Terry winner pick. Tune in tomorrow to see if we're right.
Can I have one caveat?
Sure.
I think she is the smartest person to get rid of in this game right now.
Okay. So if everybody else got a head on their shoulders, they're looking at D. But if they don't, D's all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. If she makes it to Final 3, she's winning.
Wow. All right. Well, we'll meet you back here next week and see if we're right. Hey Blake, thanks for coming.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Want to do it again sometime?
I guess.
Great. Bye.